Time in 15 years, Indiana state officials are set to execute a man by lethal injection in the early morning hours of Wednesday. Good evening, I'm Randy Moore.
And I'm Brian Boswell. This comes as protesters have been calling for Governor Eric Holcomb to grant a stay of execution until Governor-elect Mike Braun can take office. Our Liz DeSantis joins us now with all the details.
Well, 49-year-old Joseph Cochran has spent nearly half of his life in a state prison in Michigan City after being convicted of the 1997 murders of his brother, his sister's fiance, and 2 other people. As a minor, the Fort Wayne man was previously accused and then acquitted in the death of his parents years earlier as well, although neither murder case has ever been closed. Tomorrow night, just after midnight, he may become the first person to be executed in the state of Indiana since 2009. Now, Cochran has been diagnosed as having paranoid schizophrenia, something his attorneys believe should spare his life. However, a federal judge denied the Fort Wayne man's appeal to block his execution late last week. This decision prompted protests in Allen County, where Cochran is scheduled to be executed with a pentobarbital injection. One Fort Wayne pastor has been part of the protests, a call to spare Cochran's life for weeks. She says she has a message for Governor Eric Holcomb.
We are feeling a small amount of optimism that Governor Holcomb will intervene and decide to grant clemency. It's been so encouraging for elected officials, including Republican elected officials, to be speaking out and saying all life is sacred, and that includes the life of Joseph Cochran. So we're very much hoping that that will give Governor Holcomb more permission to choose life for this man who does not understand his crime, does not understand the punishment, and our community will not be served by having one more person killed.
The scheduling of Cochran's execution comes after Governor Holcomb and Attorney General Todd Rokita announced in June that they acquired the necessary drug to resume executions in Indiana after a 15-year pause. Governor-elect Mike Braun has stated on the record that he has mixed feelings on the death penalty, even pointing out that a lot of religious denominations are against it. Since Governor Holcomb will be leaving office at the end of the year, some are calling for the outgoing politician to put off the execution until Braun can take office. Death penalty analyst Robert Dunham says he even has more questions about the way Cochran's execution has been scheduled, such as where the lethal injection drug is coming from and how much it's costing taxpayers.
The public has an absolute right to know what's going on when it carries out, when the state carries out a punishment like this. And Indiana's extreme secrecy and Indiana's intentionally withholding information from the public suggests that there's something very wrong in what the state is doing.
Now, even though Cochran and his lawyers have exhausted means of appeals to stop his execution up until this point, his lawyers haven't given up yet, with his legal team filing for yet another stay over the weekend. Now, we will keep you updated on any new developments, whether officials decide to go ahead with his execution tomorrow night or not.